Well, in another news this afternoon, Senator Ned Nwoko has denied domestic abuse allegations because Regina Daniels accused him of domestic violence. He has now denied it. In fact, he accused Regina Daniels of drug addiction. He countered Regina Daniels, we saw the video yesterday. It was trending, and Regina Daniels was accusing, not even Regina Daniels, it was more of Regina Daniels' brother, because Regina Daniels was like, in my house I'm a queen, in Ned Nwoko's house I'm nothing. Though we've also gotten some unverified reports that Regina Daniels uses drugs. I've gotten that information before, but I didn't have to say that. But now that it's coming from her husband, I will kind of believe it that Regina Daniels takes some drugs, So the Senator Ned Nwoko attributed Regina Daniels' action yesterday to drug abuse. In a lengthy Instagram post, Ned Nwoko was rather expressing fear for Regina Daniels' safety. He said Regina Daniels must continue her rehabilitation. He wrote, Regina was not always like this. Her current battle with drugs and alcohol abuse is the root of her problem. She must continue her rehabilitation program, or I fear for her life and safety. Now, she has moved to a place where she will have unrestricted access to drugs. I have other wives, and none will ever accuse me of violence. Regina is the violent one here, slapping and hitting 3 staff in the past 48 hours and destroying property, including cars and windows, for no just cause. The truth is, I have set a clear condition for her to accept rehab in Asokoro or outside Nigeria, especially Jordan, where she will not have access to drugs. A clear-headed Regina would have taken Moon to the hospital, but instead, she even threatened to kill our resident nurse for exposing her drug abuse. While I took Moon to the hospital, Moon is Regina Daniels' second son. Moon is Regina Daniels' second son. That is like, I think maybe 3 years, I suppose. He said, while I took Moon to the hospital, a scene of chaos unfolded at home, orchestrated by Sammy, Regina Daniels' main drug supplier. Another known supplier of drugs to Regina is the tiny devil called Anne. And here is the video you have seen of Ferrari, I think, windscreen broken, windows, things shattered, that according to Ned Nwoko, all this was done by Regina Daniels. Well, since yesterday, yes, I posted the video regarding Regina Daniels, accusation of Ned Nwoko abusing her and all of that. It is now that I believed it because it's coming from Ned Nwoko. Like I said, if you have watched my previous video, Regina Daniels is used to using her, marriage, her relationship with Ned Nwoko to create content. Now it's clear to us that it's not content. Remember, last 3 months, Regina Daniels woke up and deleted last 3 months or last 4 months. I can't get the exact month or time. She deleted every post she has with Ned Nwoko. Removed Ned Nwoko's name from her Instagram bio and put her maiden name. And everybody, many in Nigerians online, they are very sharp and quick to sense whatever thing that is happening. So many people believe that her marriage is in trouble. Something is happening to her marriage, and she came back to debunk it that it's better to cry in a Ferrari than to cry in a keke. Now look at what is happening. Even last month, yes, she made a video where she almost exposed Ned Nwoko's this thing, urinating, and the soundtrack in that video, the kill your husband, useless husband, and all of that. So people warned her, but she didn't bother. She didn't care. And it's now clear to us that so many things are really happening in that marriage. Well, we would like Regina Daniels to come out and tell us her own side of the story. The only thing we could hear from her yesterday, less than 2 minutes video, is where she's saying at Ned Nwoko's house, she's nothing, but in her own home, in her own house, she's a queen. She should now come and tell us whether she is under drug abuse, using drugs, and the breaking of properties, destroying of properties yesterday. If it was as a result of drug influence, she will need to tell us, because Ned Nwoko has come out clearly, and this is the first ever time Ned Nwoko is admitting that their marriage is having problem. When Regina Daniels deleted all Ned Nwoko's picture, removed Ned Nwoko's name from her bio to her own maiden name, Ned Nwoko never said anything, but rather came out to debunk it that her marriage, this, that, in fact, Regina Daniels is pregnant, this and that, and all of that. So this is the first ever time Ned Nwoko is admitting to in fact, in Ned Nwoko's write-up, he said Regina Daniels is the violent one here. Can you imagine that? That Regina Daniels is the one who is violent in their marriage. It's unbelievable. It's really, really unbelievable. She said Regina is the violent one here, slapping and hitting 3 staff in the past 48 hours and destroying property. So this is really, really is unbelievable. So what I will advise her, we will always tell people, she made this decision 2019. No one forced her to marry Ned Nwoko. She married Ned Nwoko as a young girl. It sent a lot of stir on social media. So why would a young lady, beautiful, she has the world as her feet, why would she go and marry Ned Nwoko? She supported it. And well, if you ask me, she has 2 kids already, 2 sons. In Igbo tradition, because that's what they follow. They are from Delta State, fine, but they practice Igbo tradition. If a woman gives birth to a man, 2 sons, not even 1, you already going anywhere. Except if she just want to, back out. If she just want to quit the marriage, fine. But for based on what we have seen here, Ned Nwoko is not even ready to divorce her. Ned Nwoko is not divorcing her. He said he's sending her for a rehab, either in Asok or in Abuja here, or Jordan. And he admitted that Regina Daniels is in a location now where she will have unrestricted access to drugs. So who knows? So could this be true? You never know. So if Ned Nwoko is trying to let us know now that Regina Daniels is in a place where she will have unrestricted access to drug abuse, it means that Regina Daniels has been taking drugs and she really needs to stop if she wants to continue in her marriage with Ned Nwoko. I can't blame Ned Nwoko in any way. One, this man is already married to more than five or 6 wives before you go there. So you are not the only one. You are not the first or the second. You know who he is. You know that he's polygamous. So the man has proof. The Moroccan wife of Ned Nwoko left Ned Nwoko not because of domestic violence or domestic abuse. Like some sources said that she left. I think she was a write-up she wrote the other time, but she did not actually. I read that her write-up. She never admitted that Ned Nwoko was, abusing her in any way. So Ned Nwoko now is right. He has other wife, and he's married to other wife before Regina Daniels came into his life, and none of them till today have accused him of, domestic violence. Why must it be Regina? So Regina Daniels to me is the violent one here. Let me use Ned Nwoko's word. She is the violent one here. We've never had, any of such a case with other wives that were there before she arrived. So if it is drugs she's taking, Regina Daniels must stop taking those drugs, because she's ending up embarrassing and disgracing not just herself, her family at large.